Windred here, 1v1, Leviathan Hive, blue side. gbeastlord is a Ravener alpha, a tunneling hero with some strong offense and support. Begins with a ranged weapon but can get some melee stuff going on. Up against Shiban is what I'm going to go for. As a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Is this White Scars or something? Pretty long, narrow map, Leviathan Hive. Been a while since I've seen it. East to west. A lot of ground to cover. Scouts would be good for that, of course. Could have one of these squads focusing on this southern edge, making sure these natural victory points are either locked down or harassed. Raven Alpha going straight for the contested VP here towards the northern edge. Could do some stuff with these tunnels, although might be easy to spot most of them unless he puts one in this northern edge, which typically doesn't see that much traffic. Into some tactical marines for Shiban. Going to want to keep those guys close to his force commander, I think, because we have double Hormagaunts, and double Hormagaunts setting on tactical marines, especially with their upgrade, could do a hell of a lot of hurt, catching them in retreat paths and stuff as well. Here we see some scouts firing at these Hormagaunts. Here comes the Raven Alpha, though they don't want to fight that guy in range combat, but tactical marines should be able to peel off at least a few models from those Hormagaunts. There goes one, there goes three in quick succession. Got the decap on the wreck point though, now we'll back away. Double Termagants, double Hormagaunts for beastlord, giving him some bodies on the field to cover the ground. Here comes that force commander though, no Toxin sacs to slow him down. Going to want to get those on the field pretty sharpish, I would think. Look at that, peeling off two models on the Termagants, three now. That bolt pistol and chainsaw doing some work. It's around about 40 DPS melee, that chainsaw, and another going down around about 16, 17 DPS or something, the bolt pistol. So together against light infantry squads early on, some pain. We have some warrior brood on the way for beastlord. I don't think he's going to fear them too much though. If he keeps the force commander with the tactical marines using their Kraken rounds, force commander's battle cry should be able to deal with the warrior brood reasonably well, unless beastlord comes at him with absolutely everything he's got, then that could be a problem. Still see that tunnel up, warriors using it there. These guys have power melee damage, 18 DPS or so, can leap into combat too, which is their greatest strength in tier 1. They are heavy infantry, so we'll take extra damage from power melee and plasma. So we could see the power sword up for the force command, but surely he'll be waiting for that tier 2 thunderhammer. Here we see the Kraken rounds, giving them 20% more damage versus heavy infantry, which of course those warrior brood are. Force commander chasing them down now with bolt pistol shots, can get in there with the battle cry. There it is. Smack, dealing with them pretty nicely there. Can he get a model even? One more melee attack in the melee charge. Maybe. Bang. Nope, did not get a model. Meanwhile, south side, nice grenade from the scouts, clearing out some Hormagaunts, but they do get away with two models. Really nicely done grenade. They have shotguns as well, those guys. Termagants though can cap. No nodes up yet for beastlord. There's one, just as I say that. Force commander trying to get this decap before he has to run away. Gonna get it, I think. There we go. Run, 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 run. Might have been able to take him down if he went into melee combat there, Mr. Ravener. Maybe. A couple of melee hits on retreat might have taken him down. Tactical Marines coming back to retake this wreck point that was decapped by some pesky Tyranids. There's triple generators going up for Shiban. Straight into Devastators, you would think, but he might surprise us. Go tier 2 for razerback. Shotguns now on both the scout squads. That's going to give them a pretty nice advantage over fighting Hormagaunts and Termagants early on. Not a whole lot they can do against them, unless you just have mass Termagants shooting at them and keep them separated. But he's going to have a go here, beastlord. Where's that shotgun blast? There it is. Took a while to come out, but look at the damage now at close range from those shotguns. These guys stopping their capping duties to get some shooting going on these Termagants. They do not want to fight double shotgun scouts, scaring them off pretty easily. But he kept them occupied there, beastlord. What's this? Hormagaunts, some Termagants and warrior brood towards the north, and we do have a Ravener tunnel right on that northern edge. Might be hard to spot for the force commander's army. This one is still around too. We let it live, and we have triple generators up over here. Usually you'll see this one build up. This doesn't even have a node. Maybe he's wary of the scouts on that south side coming up and harassing stuff. I mean, double scouts with shotguns can power bash relatively well if you get close. This contested power here being decapped. These guys not wanting to fight those Termagants. Maybe they thought they had some company over there. Who's going to go tier 2 first? That is the thing. I'm guessing it's going to be Beastlord, who has over 100 power. What is this? Warrior Brood fighting the Force Commander. Look at that. Capping that natural power, I guess you would call it. And leaping on the Force Commander just to knock him around. But now having to run away from his dreaded bolt pistol chainsword. Doing some work here in tier 1. Gets into the tunnel. Now it's been revealed to Shiban. He might stick around and smack it to smithereens for the Emperor and all that kind of thing. Hormagaunts capping. And now moving forward, maybe to look at the power, is Beastlord. Any war gear on you, Mr. Ravener? Nope, he's still tier level 1 also. Force Commander almost level 2. Doesn't get huge amount of XP, of course, for each individual Hormagaunt and Termagant model, but kill enough of them and XP is going to build up. All makes a difference. Hormagaunt Brood now with adrenal glands on the way. No Toxin sacs on any of the Termagants. Surely he's going to want it in tier 2 to stop the inevitable Thunderhammer Force Commander. Here we see some Devastators for Shiban. Their Heavy Bolts are able to suppress infantry. Great help against blobs of stuff like this. Now he can't just attack head on. Needs to be a little bit smarter here. The Raven Alpha himself, of course, can burrow underground and strike that Devastator squad, but he will be spotted while he's burrowing by the Scout Sergeant. Acts as a detector. You can tell that they are a detector with that eye decorator there, much like these Warrior Brood. This is going to be a vital engagement, I think. This is right at the end of tier 1, start of tier 2, the last big engagement surely before then. Force Commander still doing some work. Look at this, holding up an entire army. Scouts coming in. There's a really nice grenade taking out the Termagants. Beautifully done. Really nicely done by Shiban. But the Tyranids stay strong in there in melee. Double Hormagaunts alongside those warriors, getting that basic synapse going. Giving them some suppression resistance and damage resistance. Allowing them to jump around also. Taking out the Force Commander maybe. Gets away with 5 hit points. That is a big deal, getting away there. Not sure why the Devastators will not... Oh, they do get him. They do get him. Hormagaunts able to chase thanks to that leap maybe. Although I believe the leap from the synapse is only the leap over cover. Adrenal glands is what gives them, I think, the leap into combat. There we go. Charge leap. So they already had the charge leap regardless, these guys. Big deal taking him down. Gonna slow down his tier 2 unit if he needs to repurchase his Force Commander. Really nice shotgun blast. Double shotgun scouts, not messing around it. Level 2 and level 2 might finish off these Hormagaunts. Not quite. So, some losses for Beastlord. Lost the Termagant Brood to a very nice grenade. Just did not spot it at all. But look at this. Zone Thrope on the way. Can recover so quickly with Tyranids in every tier pretty much. Straight out with the Zone Thrope or Tyrant Guard in tier 2 for well under 100 power for both of them. Or is it? Is the Tyrant Guard gone up in price? I think it might be 60 power now. But even so, it's 100 power for 2 very good units if you want both of them. Here's a Zone Thrope in a tunnel right now. So I guess it's going to get up over here. Nope, he might just be waiting. Oh, there we go. He might get up over here. How much red do you have, Mr. Beastlord? Quite a lot. Devastators do not have their Vengeance rounds, so maybe he's wary of the quick tier 3 into monstrous creatures once that laser cannon option. Still no war gear for this Raven Alpha. What about Mr. Force Commander gets his teleporter back going on? Has he spotted the Zone Thrope? I don't think he has. Maybe he just expected it or just wants it. Why not teleport into Termagants and do some stuff? Surely Force Commander as well is going to get the Thunderhammer. Double gen, so he did get one of the generators over there, Beastlord. Hormagaunts on decapping duty. Force Commander though has found some Termagants and continues to be a massive nuisance in this game for Beastlord. The lack of Toxin sacs to deal with him has been rather strange to see. Look at this tactical marine with a flamer. Going straight for this power, of course. Force Commander smacking around a tunnel. No, what are you doing, fellas? Some infiltrated scouts. Double infiltrated scouts. Both fully upgraded now. There's the Zone Thrope with its warp shield up. Only has 300 hit points. Going to go down incredibly quickly. But that shield helps out a little bit. Reverend Alpha now has the Synapse Aura for damage. Does that mean we're going to see him going to melee so he can buff the double Hormagaunts and the Warrior Brood? Zone Thrope getting shots on the Devastators. Look at the damage it hit. Just 2 models there, and wow. The psychic PvP damage, which does extra to heavy armor. Don't ask me why. And that was scary. That was 3 shots. If it was hitting all 3 models there, it might have just wiped it out. There's the Thunderhammer Force Commander. And it's going to be bad news for Beastlord. Still does not have Toxin sacs to help cripple him. There it is, the teleport in. And there's that crazy special attack, still knocking back all of those models, even though they weren't in melee range. Look at that, range 12 on that thing, on that special attack. Easily dealing with these 2 squads. Holy crap. Termagants are not even firing over here. I think because they were knocked back, and it kind of knocks them out of their attack order. They need to give it again. Those Hormagaunts were wiped off the face of the map. Warrior Brood are also going to go down if they're not careful. Smack, they go down. Bad engage with a Beastlord. This Thunderhammer is mental. Level 5 now. Shotgun blast, nicely done. He's not dealt with that Force Commander at all. Should have replaced the Termagants that he lost. Should have got Toxin sacs on both of them. Maybe even a Crippling Talon for the Revenant Alpha. I mean, he could still knock around the Revenant Alpha himself, but at least it will stop him maybe getting to something else juicy. This Zone Thrope is in a really bad place. He needs to put his shield down as well so he can get some energy back. He needs to get out of there. Back off. Force Commander to teleport in and take him out in 3 hits. Without his shield up. There we go, he's moving now. Grenade attempt, nicely dodged. Nice idea though by Shiban, he's been on that. Used his scouts very well so far. Did completely bash the power there, Beastlord, and he's in tier 3 and is getting another Warrior Brood. He's got lots of red. Scouts retaking their VP. Revenant Alpha on capping duty, and is going to get a quick double cap here. Going to turn into a 2-to-1, of course. Haven't seen a huge amount of pressure on his natural VP, Beastlord. Shiban going for a late razerback. Could be a shrewd purchase. He's lost a lot of stuff here. Lost the Devastators. Lost one of his scout squads. Now it only has scouts and tactical marines. I wasn't really paying attention to his army. I was just marveling at the Thunderhammer doing everything. Now he's spotted a Revenant Alpha. They should just strap a bolt pistol to his Thunderhammer, then he'd be unstoppable. He's going to take that tunnel out. It's in the front to the Emperor. We have a bunch of tunnels over here. Looks like the scouts got caught by a whole bunch of Tyranids, including the Zone Thrope himself. Itself, I should say. He's level 2. What about everything else? Level 2, level 3. Got some more Termagants out here, but still no Toxin sacs. He doesn't really have much power to spend, really. There's that Razorback. Tactical Marines using it to protect themselves from the Hormagaunts. Is the Zone Thrope going to stick around and do some Warp Blast? Doesn't look like it. He might need a Venom Brood now. Not like he's going to get a Carnifex out anytime soon. This Force Commander is worth like 3 units for Shiban right now. Has to teleport away from that. Somehow, he killed that Warrior Brood model. What the hell happened there? That was very strange. Here comes the Razorback though. Leveling up inside it are the Tactical Marines. Got his armor plating. 200 more health is not anything to sniff at. It's like 50% more. Leveling up the scouts, level 3 now. Trying to infiltrate. There we go. But they're too close. Oh! Something being called in. He's tier 2, so this is a Tactical Marine being called in. Tactical Marine squad, I should say. Can now force melee combat instantly on the Termagants. And still, we do not see Toxin sacs. I guess his priority now is dealing with the Razorback and get some Venom Brood up to do so. Down goes the Zone Thrope though. Kept it hanging out there way too long. He knew there was a Razorback driving around. Should have been a bit more cautious with it. These Tactical Marines do have a Sergeant. Might see them turn into Stern Guard veterans for their Hellfire rounds and stuff. But you might want to keep that missile launcher option free. Trying to formation. Hit a lot of his own stuff. But stop the cap at least. Did a decent amount of damage, but I don't think it actually killed any Space Marine models there. Shiban has tons of red. Isn't in tier 3 to get anything tasty with it. This VP's decapped. I'm not even sure. Oh, did he just lose all of his Devastators over here? Looks like he did. At some point. That big fight where I wasn't paying attention to them. Here's that Venom Brood. Alongside the Zone Throat, they might have had a better chance of taking them down, but now it's going to be pretty tough to do so, especially teleporting Force Commander on them. And still has no way to control his movement. Oh, there we go. We've got Toxin Sac, Termagant Brood in tier 3. One of them. The other one is now getting it. And they do have 10 models each with the Endless Swarm, or whatever it's called. Upgrade. Ouch. Does have, of course, that 15% chance innately to knock stuff back, which you just saw there. Revenant Alpha got the decap, but scared off by a bunch of stuff. I haven't seen a tunnel down here. I guess it would be easy to spot. Maybe over here would be good for a tunnel. Might get a little bit of usage out of it. Tactical Marines both have sergeants, and these guys are turning in to Stern Guard veterans. That was the squad that he called in. Better to do it for those, since they won't lose their XP as these guys would. These guys are level 3. Well, they will lose their XP, but they were only level 1. 397, 148. 2-to-1 cap for Shiban. Done well in the engagements so far. Thanks a lot to this Force Commander. But he needs to turn that into victory points. Now he might get a triple cap. He's level 7, this guy. Artificer armor is up. Oh, here comes the Razorback. Can he deal with it? He's got the Venom Brood there. Does he have the anti-vehicle Ravener weapon? Nope. See the damage that the Venom Brood can do, though. Force Commander is running away. Does he have the critical mass now to put enough damage on the Force Commander quickly enough to make him not so much of a threat in engagements? Looks like he's happy to keep everything blobbed up here for now, Beastlord. Gotta watch grenades, of course. He has 2 scout squads to use grenades. Do these guys have a sergeant? Yes, they do. Yeah, and that was really dicey, coming around that corner like that. Very nice idea by Shiban to throw 2 grenades in, but he spotted them in time and got pretty close to taking the Razorback down. Now has some heavy melee on the Warrior Brood with their adrenal glands. And he's putting the pressure on here. Filled out his ammo with some low tier units. It's working for him so far. Able to cover the map, able to force off the Space Marines with sheer numbers right now. Losing those Devastators was a big deal for Shiban. He might want to get some more here. His eyes might be towards tier 3 though. There's that Force Commander doing his thing. Almost halfway through level 7. Some tunnel usage, nicely done. Tactical Marine's not wanting to mess with all this stuff, so this VP will stay blue. Gets his natural back for the double. Going to turn into a 2-to-1. There we go. 288, 134. Beastlord looking pretty good. I mean, Shiban's not in tier 3 or anything for tanks and that kind of thing. But his Force Commander is still a massive deal. Oh, not so much of a massive deal. Down he goes. He actually crippled him there. First time I've seen the Force Commander get crippled. And that range synapse, or rather damage synapse from the Revenant Alpha, is pretty nuts. Stacking, of course, with the range synapse of the Venom Brood. Not sure if it stacks additively up to 50% more damage between them, or rather more. But it's stacking in some kind of way. There's the Hellfire rounds from the Stone Guard veterans forcing off those Hormagaunts. Venom Brood going after the Razorback, but they are too close for comfort. Look at the damage here. Not really any cover around for the Termagants to try and use. But here we see Warrior Brood out of the tunnel to scare off the Tactical Marines, and the Razorback still a pain in the ass for Beastlord. Assault Marines on the way here for Shiban. That's going to help the Force Commander. They can jump in first, disrupt things so that the crippling poison doesn't come down so quickly on the Force Commander, or maybe even at all. because now they have another target for it. Shrewd purchase there, I think. We'll see how it does, because there are, of course, double Hormagaunts under melee synapse around, so it's not without risk. And of course, if they're close enough to the Revan Alpha, they'll get this synapse aura buff. Going after the natural again is Beastlord. Gonna get the decap, I think, so could see grenades come in here. Oh, there's that razorback smoke. I always forget that things are in the game. Sergeant on the way, Merciless Strike could do some wonders here. I wonder if he'll turn him into... Oh, he can't turn him into Vanguard veteran, he's not tier 3. More tunnel usage. Doesn't want to stick around for that fight. I thought he'd stick around. Don't think he wants to push it and go for this VP and lose stuff. Here comes the Force Commander, the teleporter. Pretty useful for him to get to this VP. Doesn't have to go around this cliff face. Lost the indicator for him now. Hasn't gained a whole lot more XP since those Toxin sacs came onto the field. There's the jump in from the Assault Marines. Good Merciless Strike. Synapse bombs going off. But what can they do here? How long can they last? Uh-oh. Knocked over by Warrior Brood. They're going to get eaten. Yes, they are eaten in there. First engagement started off well, but just kept them in there too long. After everything stopped being disrupted, he was able to turn and pour some damage on to those Assault Marines. Now damage being poured onto the Tactical Marines here. Venom Brood, did they live? The Venom Brood did live, but they're not in this engagement, hence nothing damaging the Razorback. Down goes the Revenant Alpha. Hellfire rounds and shotguns helping to do that. He needs to run away here. What is he doing? There we go. So Tactical Marines stand strong, but dropping those Assault Marines was not great. They had their Sergeant and they did nothing else. Got to go, says Beastlord. Can't finish. Seriously? This is amazingly good. GG, says Beastlord. I guess he was happy to concede. Would he have won that if he stayed in there? Well, bit of a damp squid of an ending. Sorry about that, fellas. I didn't know someone sent me a replay where a player leaves. Can't finish the game. Would have been close. Would have been very nice to see this play out, but I guess not. Shiban had only 85 VPs. It would have been tough to hang on to all of them, but look at this. Beastlord had so much stuff to reinforce right there. Massive amounts of stuff to reinforce. He might not have been able to get another unit on the field, and he's got no Revenant Alpha either. Would have to re-buy this guy, so I think Shiban might have had it. Has the map right now, and has some leveled up units and a very scary Force Commander. I think he would have had this game, but we won't get to see it. So sorry for that. Revenant Alpha got to level 4. And Force Commander, of course, very scary at level 8. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.